others came from Galilee. My home is the village of Kerioth in Judea. Hence, I am known as Judas of Kerioth, or Judas Iscariot, the only Judean in the group. Still, the others must have had confidence in me because they elected me their treasurer. And Jesus must have believed in me because he chose me as one of the 12. Despite what the others say about me behind my back, about my impatience and my stinginess and my ambition, he chose me as one of the 12. If he hadn't believed in me, he would have chosen somebody else in my place. Some say that I've appropriated these funds for my own use, and that Jesus' words about greed and love of money were personally directed at me. Others say that Jesus was speaking of me when he said, "Did I choose you 12, and one of you is a devil?" Of course I complained when Mary washed his feet with that expensive ointment and perfume. I still think that was a waste of money. And if I conspired with the chief priests, and if I have 30 pieces of silver on my person, well, that's my affair. I have my reasons. Look, I believe in Jesus, but someone has got to force the issue. Make him assert himself as God's Messiah. He refuses to make a move. Well, I've made one. He hints that he knows what I've done. He said so a few moments ago when he washed my feet and when we dipped our bread in the same dish. But I have my reasons. My soul is not as black as some say it is, nor is yours as white. And what would you do if you were in my place and you wanted him to do something startling and dramatic to usher in his kingdom? What would you do? And what would you do if you were in his place? Should I ignore his remark and, like the others, ask myself so piously, so self-righteously, is it I? Is it I?
I am Thaddeus, one of the disciples whom Jesus called to be an apostle. The 12 tribes of Israel took their names from 10 of the sons of Jacob, who was renamed Israel, and 2 of the sons of Jacob's favorite son Joseph, who were named Ephraim and Manasseh. In like manner, Jesus chose 12 of us to become the cornerstones of the new kingdom, just as the 12 tribes were the cornerstones of the old Jewish kingdom. I feel unworthy to be numbered among the apostles, but he selected me. I will remember the day. After a night in prayer, he called us to him and gave us authority over unclean spirits and the power to heal every kind of disease and infirmity. He then commissioned us to go forth and preach that the kingdom of heaven is at hand. He told us to be as wise as serpents and as innocent as doves, for he was sending us forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. It is enough, he said, that the disciple be like his teacher, and the servant as his master. I was in Jerusalem when he gave the great invitation. Come unto me, all ye who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart. And you shall find rest unto your souls, for my yoke is easy and my burden is light. And now he who came to share men's burdens has a burden thrust upon him, the knowledge that one of us will betray him. Which one of us can it be? Who is the traitor? Is it the man we least suspect? Or will all of us betray him when the night is over? Philip and Peter and Judas and
My name is Philip. I come from Bethsaida in Galilee. When a few of my friends were in Bethany listening to John the Baptist, Jesus called us to be his disciples, and we all turned and followed him. I then went after my companion Nathanael, and I was overjoyed when Jesus accepted him as a devoted follower. In these years of close fellowship with Jesus, my faith in God has grown deeper and stronger. I remember well, before Jesus fed the 5,000 with the 5 loaves and the 2 fish, going to him and to the others and asking them, where are we to find bread to feed all these people? Little did I know that Andrew was already bringing a small lad and his lunch to see Jesus. And when the Greeks came to me asking for an interview with the Master, I brought them to Andrew, who brought them to Jesus. I've always wanted to know more about the nature and person of God. And as Jesus began explaining to us about God as our Heavenly Father, it was almost more than I could understand. But as I have listened to his words, I have begun to understand. And I can almost say that as if you have looked upon Jesus, you have seen the Father. For everything that I would want to find in the Father, I find in Jesus. And there is nothing that you would not want to find in the Father that you will see in the Son. And now as I have seen the Father through him, he shocks us by telling us that there's a betrayer in our midst. Does this traitor not know that as he betrays Jesus, he betrays God? And that as he is conspiring against Jesus, he's conspiring against God. How could one of our number be so blind? Who can it be? Can it be Philip? Is it I? Is it I?